Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Nimewamiss sana tena sana, and today we are going to read this story. Miracle of miners rescued after 6 days. Yep, I want to know what happened. What was the side of their story? You can imagine getting trapped in a mine. It is dark, it is dusty, you're hungry, you're thirsty. Hey, let me tell you, it was a miracle. Indeed, it was a miracle these people got out. So let's read their story. Let me read for you the full story because I want to know what happened. What happened? Here it is. Haya, tusome. And I'm reading from the Daily Nation. Higher prayers kept us going, rescued miners say. Let me see. A 35-year-old man remains trapped in the pit with rescuers hoping to reach him. So one man has been left behind. 10 were the number of miners who were trapped in the collapsed mine on December 2nd. One of the miners died before being rescued. The miners survived on salty water underground. Ebujua, please behave. Haya, when Philip Joel Ogutu left Kisumu for a burial in Abimbo, Siaya County 2 weeks ago, he hoped to travel back home and continue with his DJ business, earning good money during the festive season. What the 21-year-old did not know was that his plans would take an almost tragic twist. A relative convinced him that mining could earn him enough money to build a house. Ogutu immediately changed his plans and remained in Abimbo village. It was not the best of the decisions, for he found himself in the abyss for 150 hours after a gold mine he had entered caved in. Ogutu was with 2 other artisanal miners in the dark. He can hardly believe he lived to tell his story. The men were pulled from the pit yesterday at 3 a.m. after close to 7 days. What? It brought to 8 the number of those rescued. The 3 were among 10 men trapped when the pit caved in on December 2nd at 11 a.m. One man has not been found, while the body of another was pulled out on Saturday. 2 men were rescued on the day of the accident and another 2 days later. 2 days later. 2 more miners rescued after 3 days. In their 6-day ordeal, the 3 young men turned to prayer. The salty underground water also came in handy. There was no difference between day and night. We would guess it was nightfall when we felt sleepy and would wake up at the sound of crickets. Victor Otieno, one of the survivors, told the Daily Nation. Ogutu had worked at the mine for only 2 weeks. I did not know how to survive in the mine without food and water, he said at Bondo Sub-County Hospital, where the 3 were taken after being pulled out of the pit in the early hour of the morning. Ogutu arrived at the site on Thursday at 8 a.m. He was told to join 2 other men, Otieno 20 and Jacob Onyango 23, in their search for gold about 30 meters below the surface. Ogutu quickly took his tools and headed down. About an hour later, the ground began shaking. We knew something was wrong and ran towards the entrance, but it was blocked, he recalled. Onyango said we remained still and wait to be rescued. What the miners did not know was that it would mark the beginning of almost week-long stay in the dark. The lights on their helmets were of great help at first. However, they went off by the 2nd day. We had not carried any food or drinks, Ogutu said, adding that they took the salty water. The men could hear the rescue team speaking from outside. To remain strong, the 3 prayed and shared encouraging words. The ordeal brought me closer to God. I have never prayed and worshipped God as much as I did while trapped underground, Ogutu said. Otieno, the youngest in the group, said he kept his fingers crossed, hoping to reunite with his parents. I'm not sure I would have survived had I been alone. Being together kept us strong. We reminded one another that we had a reason to live, Otieno said, adding that he was not sure he will go back to mining. Onyango, however, was in a similar situation a year ago. Really? Nakarudi, okay. Being down there is scary. At first, I thought we would be rescued by Saturday. I felt like giving up at some point, he said. Onyango said his biggest fear was his daughter growing up without him. Thoughts of his parents depressed by the incident also worried him. We were fast asleep when the rescuers found us. They shook us up and shouted our names, he said. Otieno's father, Julius Odhiambo, could hardly hide his joy at uniting with him. This is the work of God. He gives life and takes it. He kept my son alive, he said. Families camping at the site were getting updates on the rescue efforts every 2 hours. With an exception of Otieno, who had breathing difficulties, the other rescued men at the hospital appeared healthy. Focus has shifted to rescuing the remaining miner, Tom Okwach, 35. Focus has shifted to rescuing the remaining miner, Tom Okwach, who's 35. 8 miners were pulled out alive. There was 1 death, and we hope to get to Okwach soon, Deputy County Commissioner Richard Karani said. Oh guys, akejua, I don't know what to do. Look. Tuendele tu. Getting food and water to the trapped men was one of the biggest challenges the team faced. Hey, the sun. Rescuers communicated with the trapped men through pipes that went down the shafts. We used the hole to drop bottled water with glucose to keep them going, Norbert Akech, the miner spokesman, said. Siaya County Disaster Management Unit Officer George Aola expressed his delight yesterday. The team has been working tirelessly for 24 hours since Thursday last week. We are glad their efforts have borne fruits, he said. The rescue team comprised county workers, villagers, and multi-agency groups. Victor Odhiambo, one of the rescue team members and who is also a miner, said getting the men out was a tough but necessary job. We had to know what to do in locating the survivors. Our helmet lights helped a lot, Odhiambo said. And you can imagine, guys, where did they go to the loo? That must have been really, really tough. Anyway, I'm glad they have been rescued. Tunaombea huyo mtu mmoja mwingine akwe rescued. And yeah, I hope it will be good news in a few hours, hopefully not days. That is it from me. Hili nimechomwa na jua yake. Wow. Hey, nothing. Eish. Hey. Okay, hiya. I'm done. Bye bye. Please subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah.